Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. I hope the season is treating you well so far. I'm actually struggling a little bit with the lack of daylight that seems to come from a ridiculous 4:30 p.m. sunset. But we're heading into the holidays and busy time, so it'll go by pretty quick, I think, and days will be getting longer again soon enough. This is episode 47 of Shoreline Music Monthly, and to brighten your living rooms in this dark time of year, I am very happy to have with me a talented young duo who go by the name of Patrick and Kate when they're playing. I've got right immediately to my right, Patrick Downey, and the young lady is Caitlin Gavigan, who apparently goes by Kate when she's performing. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I'm glad you made it. I know it was a long, dark ride.
Oh, speaking of dark days. You know.
Yes. The sun was already down, but you persevered in Torrington,
Yep.
right? Nice.
Yeah, a little bit of a hike. I work in Watertown, though. The sun is down this whole week, like every day I get out of work. So I'm kind of used to it right now. But like you said, the seasons make this all worth it. Christmas is awesome. So.
Yes. And we have our festive set going here, so we're
so
rocking the
nice.
holidays here. Very nice.
I love it.
So you guys have been doing this for a couple of years now?
Oh yeah, it's not quite that simple, but we started like messing around and playing some music a couple years ago, and we didn't really take it seriously. Started putting together a couple songs, kind of fell off the wagon, and then about just about a year ago now, we finally decided to sit down and finish writing an album, and then we recorded it and started playing about 8 months ago live. So that's kind of the timeline, I guess.
Very nice. And the album's out in May?
Yeah. May
It was
5th.
out May 5th. Cinco de Mayo was our first show to kind of promote the album
Tying
in
it
Torrington.
in?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was a
Very
party.
Nice. Very cool. Now, I'm a big open mic fan, and you guys, that's where the musical partnership started, was playing an open mic?
Yep. Yeah.
A couple summers ago, a place in Torrington called the Performance Hub. They're in the works of unfortunately closing, I think is the story.
They're already closed.
They're
yeah.
already closed.
They closed about a couple weeks ago now. So.
Yeah, I haven't been around the area, but when we met, it was an open mic setup, and he was standing outside conversing with the owner, and I walk by, and I'm like, "Who's that cutie?" And then...
All right, so it wasn't so much a musical.
Not at first.
Okay. Well,
Or unless I'm telling the story wrong, because your memory might, I don't know.
We were talking about cigarettes, and I said I like the smell of cigarettes because of casinos. When we were younger, we'd go, me and my sister would hang out upstairs, and the family would go down and gamble our money away. And so I like the smell of cigarettes because of that, and I said that, and the first word she said to me was "ew." So that was a great start.
Ew.
So.
Great starter, yeah.
But yeah, and everything after that was history. So.
Now, did you perform that night separately, or did either of you perform that night, or were you there to listen? Or?
Yeah, I had been there earlier. I stopped. We do a Main Street Marketplace down the street, so I was working that, and I came back just because I didn't have much to do at that point. So. We both, I watched her perform, and then she forced me to get up and perform, so it wasn't much of a force. I really wanted to. So.
I sang a duet with a friend who, that summer we did a singing competition together called Northwest Idol. It's in Co Park on the main outdoor stage, and we became friends, and then we decided, let's go up and do, I think it might have been a karaoke, like Carrie Underwood song or something. So we were singing together that night. We still do sometimes. Her name is Cece, good friend.
Feelings never had before, moments that I find
I'll never find again unless you change your mind.
But I guess I'm happy I met you for that short time. Stay the course and know, of course, things have the time.
So I struggle with the lessons, that's my primitive appeal. I wake up feeling better, even though it's still real.
Love every second like I've got nothing left. So stay the course and know, of course, that's all I get.
I let you go. I let you go. I let you go. I let you go.
There were dreams I wanted to explore and a couple I regret.
But I regret.
But with you I wanted more than I guess I even sensed.
Baby, I'm replaying all these moments in my head. So I'll stay the course and know, of course, that's all I get. So I struggle with the lessons, that's my primitive appeal. I wake up feeling better, even though it's still real.
Love every second like I've got nothing left. So stay the course and know, of course, that's my regret.
I let you go. I let you go. I let you go. I let you go.
Living second, a second, a second.
But I just regret it. Thought it would be worth it.
What did I do to deserve this? I guess as it stands.
So I struggle with the lessons, that's my primitive appeal. I wake up feeling better, even though it's still real.
Gotta love every second like I've got nothing left. You know, of course, that's my regret.
Struggle with the lessons, that's my primitive appeal. I wake up feeling better, even though it's still real.
Is it still real? Love every second like I've got nothing left. Stay the course and know, of course, that's my regret. I let you go.
So you've got an album out. You're playing live, but you had mentioned off camera earlier you're actually starting to look into a little bit of writing now for the next go round already. That's
I think we gave ourselves a timeline last time, 3 months, which there's nothing better than giving yourself a timeline when you're trying to be creative. So, I mean, I think we did.
get creative now.
Yeah, I know. It's like, gotta do it
Right
now,
now.
or and by Friday we need to have it done. And it's like, so there was a little bit of stress with that, but it was kind of one of those things where it's like, here's the push, this is the goal, this is what we've set ourselves up to do. And that was kind of the driving force. And I think this go round we want to sit down and be a little bit more creative and have a little bit more of an artistic say in everything, as opposed to saying, hey, this is a really good one take, you know?
So you learned a little bit the first time through that you're going to apply to the next time around.
Yeah.
It was also a lot of like the meshing feel. So he comes from a pop electro. Is that a good way to?
Sure. Yeah.
Pop electro, and I went to school for classical and jazz, and I've sang in a funk band, and he's performed with friends in a more. Was the band Vindicated?
Yeah.
Was that pop?
That was punk, but yeah, sure.
Oh, so punk background too. And then we had to come in, and album one is very like
Bluegrass.
diverse. Yes,
It's
bluegrass.
all over the place. Absolutely all over the place, which is awesome. I think it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that, because you have her doing rock songs, and then we actually ended up scrapping one song that was super funky, just because we didn't have enough time. But
It was literally called Let's Get Funky.
yeah, so.
I like that
And then
song.
you have like pop electro halfway through. So.
Well, is maybe that song will end up on the next album?
I think it needs a little revamping now that
Yeah.
I've learned a lot
Yeah.
since then. But it was definitely fun time signature changes and
Yeah, we're doing
stuff.
like 9/8 or something. I didn't even know that existed. So
It's
Yeah.
theoretical, I think.
Yes.
So how does that work with your two different backgrounds? I mean, do you come, I mean, with your background, are you more technical?
Me?
Yes, or is it? I mean, how does
I don't.
when
it's-
you sit down and write? I mean, is it just working through a feel, or I mean, do you sit down and chart, or?
I think we write differently. She tends to come up with melody lines, and I come up with like how I'm kind of like big picture, very like production value for it. So I like to sit there and kind of map out everything and say this is where a buildup needs to be, this is where the fall off needs to be. So I'm a bit more technical on the tech side of it, where she's a little more technical on I'm singing a line and she's telling me you're not opening your mouth the right way. So
Or this should definitely be a C minor chord, or like, a little more of the artistical.
or you're
not
way too
necessarily-
pop is another one I get sometimes.
Yeah.
So she kind of mellows me out, so I'm not a total sellout, I guess.
All right.
And he brings me back so I'm not totally out, so that
All
it can
right,
be
so you
sell.
kind of meet somewhere in the middle, and magic happens there.
Yeah. It was fun to put a full album of originals together with him. That was the first time I wrote a couple songs in college, but nothing where it was like 9 songs on an album, selling it and putting it on, the internet. That was a really cool thing to do and say I did.
Yeah, great.
So now it's up from there.
Slow down, take a breath. Till now, it's been a mess, and then you burst through that floor, and I felt myself let go. But I hold back. Is this girl the one? I've got a knack for screwing on, and I found myself start to freeze when she said, hey, got a problem? 'Cause baby, I know you can solve it. So take me, let's go. I wish that you know you're the reason I lose control.
So let's get primitive.
Like it don't matter.
So let's get primitive.
You're all I'm after.
Let's get primitive. Let's get primitive.
Like the whole world doesn't exist. No one in this world, it makes my hit list. I've got my mindset on the only one I'm after. You and I entangled, that's all I'm after. No space, you and I are face to face. Got slow the pace, I might make a mistake. You and I entangled, and then you say to me, hey, got a problem? 'Cause baby, I know you can solve it. So take me, let's go. I wish that you know you're the reason I lose control.
So let's get primitive.
Like it don't matter.
Let's get primitive.
You're all I'm after.
So let's get primitive.
Like it don't matter.
Let's get primitive.
You're all I'm after.
Let's get primitive.
primitive.
Hello again. I'm still here with Patrick and Kate, and they have graciously agreed to play From the Hip, that sometimes fun game where I tend to just ask, I don't know, whatever silly, short kind of answered questions that may not normally come out in an interview, but will this time.
Okay.
So
Sounds fun.
the one I always like to hit on is, as you are a songwriting performing duo, and you don't have to agree on this by any stretch, but do you have a favorite duo?
Okay. Duo.
Which, see, that's harder than you think.
That's a
playing this
very
game.
hard question.
I just have an answer because it happened like 2 days ago.
Okay.
There's a pop group called Cruella. I was telling you at Planet Fitness. I didn't know it was two girls.
Oh.
We thought it was one singer, but they sound the same. So Cruella is a group of two,
Okay.
and they are pretty cool.
All right. I will look them up because I've never heard of them.
Cruella with a K.
Now, we are, of course, entering what I like to call pie season.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite pie?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay. I make the same face when people say pumpkin. That's okay.
I actually don't really have a favorite pie.
Okay. That's really odd.
I don't know. I would eat.
She just likes
You're
pie.
a cake person?
Probably, yes. I do a white cake with strawberries. Vanilla
I
cake.
just learned something new, so that's a plus. I know.
Vanilla cake.
And this one may absolutely just not work. But I was on your Facebook page and saw a little thing that just thought you might have the answer to this. That if one wanted to get to the tower on top of Sleeping Giant, would one take the Tower Trail or the Blue Trail?
That's a great question. I didn't know they had names.
Isn't your college right near Sleeping
Yeah, I
Giant?
know, and I walked
Okay.
out of town, but I had no idea there's.
People get married there. It's beautiful, but that has nothing to do with the answer to the question.
You know what? I would say not the Tower Trail.
Okay.
Just because why not?
Yeah. All right.
What
The Blue
trail did
Trail
you
is
do?
bad. Is good. The Tower Trail is a little lamer, but they both get to the same place. It's
No.
good.
Didn't we hike it once before you graduated?
Yeah, we hiked it twice.
Oh,
actually.
okay, good. Yeah.
There you go.
And what is your favorite local music venue, not to perform, but just to actually go catch somebody play? It could be small, big. I mean, it doesn't. Your corner pub, your biggest arena. It's just whatever one you like.
See, it used to be Performance Hub, but that closed. So.
Oh, ouch.
But I would say Infinity Music Hall. I've always enjoyed going up there. I haven't been there in a while, but it's
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice little venue there, both on the main stage and when they do their open mics.
I have not been to the open mic.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Yeah.
I see that Fullerton fellow there quite a lot.
Yes,
He
yeah,
always
he's
seems
there
to be playing
quite
there.
often. Yeah.
It's fun.
He absolutely is. What age did either one of you actually first start playing music? If you remember.
Well, I know that I was 14 when I took my first piano lesson,
Okay.
and I studied all through high school. So 14.
7 when I wrote my first pop ballad.
Really?
He beats
It was like, I mean, so Justin Bieber-esque, so it wasn't like pretty at all, but yeah.
Still
yeah.
7.
I know, it was crazy. I had a lot of trouble playing it though, again and again, because my fingers weren't big enough. So my mom got me the tiny little piano. So I'd sit there and I'd hit the
Okay,
same
so you
chords.
play keys as well, some? Or just at 7?
Just enough to get by. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
And then I'm just obsessed with desserts. But
That's okay.
yeah.
So much.
The one I have to ask every month, because everybody on the planet loves them except me, is do you, as a dessert or a food item, how do you feel about cannoli?
Not my favorite.
Well, I'm Italian, half. So when we do family things, they're sometimes there and they're sometimes not. One of my cousins is an awesome baker, so she'll make like rum cakes and like all these other things. So we actually don't eat a lot of them. I mean, I could take or leave them, to be honest.
They're too rich to me.
I'm with you. You guys are all right.
All right, we can hang.
All right. Well, thank you very much for indulging me in this silliness. And we'll get back to the music.
It was fun.
Opportunities like you and me, baby, take a chance on something you believe. I swore when we met, oh, it wasn't luck. So take a step on the edge, promise to agree that I'm right, that I'm right. Opportunities to release the leash, take control on everyone. No, I'll let you believe you got a voice. Seems why don't you sing to me? Take a step on the edge, promise to agree that I'm right
When I say I am, when I tell you that I'm your man, alright.
when I say I'm wrong.
Even when you tell me that it don't matter, alright.
We'll let you in, give you everything, even if it's in right. No, maybe, 'cause I'm right.
I'm just saying, can't you see things that's different sides? Call me misleading and dangerous even when I'm sleeping. No control, babe, I'm just teasing.
'Cause I'm right. When I say I am, when I tell you that I'm your man, right? When I say I'm wrong, even when you tell me that it don't matter, right? We'll let you in, give you everything, even if it's in right. No, maybe, 'cause I'm right. When I say I am, when I tell you that I'm your man, right? When I say I'm wrong, even when you tell me
Dangerous even when I'm sleeping.
no control, babe.
I'm just teasing.
I'm right.
Oh, I'm just teasing.
I'm just teasing.
Well, thank you all once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. Remember, you all are the local in the local music scene, so get out and catch a show, and we will see you next month.